AskMe episode of Living a Beautiful Life. My name is Jessica Julex, the amazing lady. So this week, guys, we are premiering a new session in our videos. It is called AskMe Episode, and I chose to include this session in our videos because people ask me lots of questions, and I feel that some people who watch also go through the same challenges and would need answers and would benefit from the solutions that we provide for those questions. And also, I'm not an island. Sometimes I would give answers based on the books I've read, based on knowledges, on stories, or events that I've seen, or stories that people share with me. But if you've been in such situation, you'll be in better position to provide answers to these questions. And here is soliciting all of you to join in bringing solutions, especially in stories or situations that you've been in. You will be in better positions to provide answers to those questions. We all get to that point in life where we just want to ask questions, when we need answers to those things that trouble our minds. We all get to that point when we are just confused about decisions to take on some things that happen in our lives or the actions to take. Sometimes we just want to cry out, we just want to pour out our hearts, we just want someone to listen to us without fear of being judged. So that is the essence of this Ask Me episode. You can trust that you share all your stories and be sure that your identity is safe, and we are not gonna judge you. Do you know sometimes we even know the right things to do? Like our mind is telling us the right thing, but we are not just so certain about the outcome. We feel like we just want to share with someone to encourage us to take that decision, or we want someone who has been through that part to help us on how to go about them. So the Ask Me episode will always come once in a month or thereabout, and you can ask me any of your questions on my social media platforms. Before we go into answering the question for today, I really want to appreciate everyone who check out my channel, you all who visit my channel, my blog, and those who share my videos on the social media. I really appreciate all of you. Our new subscribers, you're all welcome. So going straight to the question of today. So this lady said, I dated a guy 2 years ago when he had nothing, he had no job. I dated him till he got a job and started doing well. So he started behaving funny. He even started dating his boss's daughter, claiming that he had to do that to sustain the job and to do very well. That is how we continued till I got fed up of the whole thing and I left. Since then, I never had any relationship. And I vowed not to date any poor guy in my life. I vowed not to have anything to do with a guy who is not made. Now I'm faced with two young men ready to get married. One is so rich and proud, and the other one, who is caring, doesn't have much. Though he is not doing so bad, but he doesn't really have much. I remembered my vow not to have anything to do with a man who is not rich. But I know now it is marriage. It's a different thing. And this is a lifetime decision. What do you think I should do? The very first thing I have to say on this issue is that the answer of who our Mr. or Miss Right is solely depends on God. The how we meet, where we meet, when we meet, and who the person is, we do not have all the answers. It's solely going to come from God, because He is the one who created us and He knows the best for us. We can make our judgments based on those who approach us, those based on the things that matter to us, based on the things that we fancy, our priorities in life. But to discern who that person is, we really have to go down in prayers. So the very first question I'm going to ask you as a lady is, what is your priority? What matters most to you? If you're sure you can put up with a man being rich and proud for the rest days of your life, then fine. But if you really want little things like someone who pays attention to your needs, someone who's going to be there, someone who's going to pet you and care a lot for you, then you still have your decision to make. One of my colleagues during my IT days said, if I don't marry a guy because of love, then I'm going to marry because he is rich. Like when you see my skin, it's going to be reporting that I'm married to a rich guy. When you see the kind of car I'm carrying, my hairstyle, you will know that I'm married to a rich guy, and that is what matters most to me. It's going to sustain me in that marriage. I don't care whatever thing the man does in that relationship. So if you fall in this category, like you can put up with him, banging the door at you, or not being able to say I'm sorry, or not being patient, like you're preparing this meal and he's rushing out, doesn't really care about how you feel, then the decision is still yours. So find out what your priority is. Decide what's going to keep you a long run in that relationship. And that leads me to the second point, which is consider the best and the worst side of these two cases. What if the rich guy has a problem along the way? What if something happens and he doesn't continue to be rich at the long run? Will you be able to put up with that proudness? And what about the second guy? What if he gets rich along the line? You would have the rich guy and also the good attitude, which is going to keep you at long run in that relationship. So you have to weigh the worst and the best thing that can happen in those two situations. And number three is, what about working so hard to have money of your own? Like working so hard to have that financial independence. It's going to help you in long run to keep you in that marriage. Even if the guy starts acting like the other guy, he will look at you and know that you're not really like he expects you to be, because you are doing very well on your own. So why not consider the aspect of working hard to have your own money? And then the next thing is that you are scared. You made that decision because you don't want the next guy to do what the previous guy has done. But you also have to know that all men are not the same. It's really a fallacy to generalize both guys or girls. You have to respond to everybody the way they act towards you. Everybody you meet in life is a different entity. They have their own stories and their experiences, which make them act the way they do. So you have to follow up everybody the way they act towards you. And number five, I've heard people testify, like ladies testify about how their men value and appreciate them when they've worked so hard at the beginning parts with them. I've heard a lot of men testify how they value their wives and appreciate their wives because they toiled with them. They went through that rough parts with them, more than those guys who just feel like lady's coming in because she knows I've got some chips in my pocket. So that's another thing to consider. All men are not the same. The guy started messing up because he made some money doesn't mean every guy is going to be like that. So I still know that men appreciate women who work with them. And permit me to bring another dimension to this story. Sometimes when a relationship ends, we feel like killing ourselves without seeing the mighty hand of God rescuing us from a disaster. Okay, you can imagine if you had married that guy before he made this money. You would be in a marriage lamenting like you are right now. So I feel that when a relationship ends, sometimes you have to look forward and look backwards and see that maybe this guy is not just your man. You understand? God actually saved you from something he saw that was not going to be fair to you. So as young people, we jump into relationships sometimes just because we are lonely, or because we just want to do what every other person is doing, or because we just feel this is the best for us, and we work so hard in order to keep them, not knowing that that is not just the best for us. And God still saves the people he loves. You understand? So when a relationship ends, yes, nobody is blaming you for making that decision. I'm not going to marry any poor guy again. Any guy who is not made is not for me. That was based on your own experience. But why not think in the aspect that that was not just your man, and what he had done was just a way of God saving you from him. It doesn't mean every other guy you will meet will be like that. So that is pretty much on my advice for this girl. So when you go through this tips, like all those things I've brought out, you'll be able to decide which one is going to work for you at the long run. Meanwhile, you have to pray seriously for discernment. And with that, I say a very big thank you to all of you for joining me on this episode. If you feel like you have other opinions or contributions for my friend, be sure to drop all of them on the comment section below. Scroll down and drop all of them on the comment section. Please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not subscribed, and drop your Ask Me questions, all your questions on my social media platforms. My name is Jessica Julex. Until I come your way on the next episode, stay beautiful and stay classy. Keep loving and keep living. Goodbye.